Hello, crew. How is everybody today? Awesome, I hope. We're talking about hashtags today. How much do you know about hashtags? Do you use hashtags? I don't know if you're using them or not. I'd love to know what your thoughts are around hashtags, because there was a time where if you're predominantly on Facebook, hashtags on Facebook was just not a thing. And it has been a thing for quite a while now. So they are a really good thing to use. Those of you that are very familiar with Instagram and you've been using Instagram for quite some time, you probably know a thing or two about hashtags, because that's how the platform works. That's how it grows. That's how your content can be searchable. So it is a really important strategy to learn about and how to be really effective with it. So you can, anybody that's searching a hashtag, your content will come up. So it still is more of a thing on Instagram than it is on Facebook, but I would still encourage you to start using them on Facebook if it's not something that you're used to, even if you don't use Instagram, okay? So the 5 tips that I'm going to share with you today are more predominantly for Instagram, but you still want to use the same kind of theory over on Facebook to, to have your content more searchable, if you like. So we'll get into the content in a second. Couple of reminders for you guys. Those of you in the coaching community don't remember. Let's try don't forget. Don't forget, I did a training yesterday regarding how to craft curiosity posts, and I got notes in there for you and a video training in there for you. So go and catch that training, those of you that are in the coaching community, because that could really help you out with creating curiosity on social media regarding what it is that you do, your opportunity and your products and things like that, okay? Any of you that want to join the coaching community that are not a current member, you can get in there for $1. All the details are on my website, helenmartinonline.com, and you'll see the little graphic there talking about the coaching community. Video challenge. I've just gone live in the video challenge group, the new group, with the content for days 1 to 4. The price is going up tomorrow. Okay, so it's the 18th, but I'm using US time zone, not Australian. It's already the 18th here in Australia, but I'll carry over to the 18th in sort of US type time frame. So you just got a little bit more time to get in at the early bird offer of $7. Stop avoiding live video, guys. Join the challenge. It's only $7. 21 days. I give you the content. Days 1 to 4 is already in the group. I've just done that just now. So you're good to go. I've got all the instructional videos you need. So the link is above. If you want to join us for the video challenge, get in now before the price goes up to $14. I know, huge amounts of money, hey. So how is everybody today? Who's here? Let me say a few quick hellos. We've got Zemzem, how are you? We've got Debbie. We've got Bob in the house, how are you? And Judy, of course, is in our presence. Hello, Mike, great to see you on. One of our life members. We've got Edith here. Hello, Gloria, great to see you on. We've got Faye as well, so great to see everyone here. So let me jump into the content regarding hashtags. So it is proven that, and these, as I said, this is more relative to Instagram, but bring these strategies into Facebook as well. If you're not using them on Facebook, you should be. Maybe not necessarily in the same way, but I'll identify that as I go through the points. On Instagram, it's actually proven statistically that even if you use one hashtag, you will get 12.5% more engagement. Okay, and yeah, 12.5% apparently statistically. So just even using one hashtag is better than using no hashtags. So particularly on Instagram, you've got to have hashtags. So at least one you will benefit from, the none. So that's your first tip. At least use one. But tip 2, I would recommend that you use up to the maximum number. Okay, you are allowed to have up to 30 on Instagram. Use them all. That's the latest advice regarding hashtags. When I've done Instagram training before, and even in my Instagram bootcamp for those in the community, coaching community, it was, a little bit less than that. I didn't necessarily recommend the maximum number. Now, definitely use up to the maximum number. So use up to 30 hashtags. Facebook, you can if you want. It doesn't have necessarily the same impact because people aren't searching as much on Facebook via hashtag as they are on Instagram. So more important than on Instagram to use up to the maximum number. And definitely on Facebook, use some, but not necessarily have to use the whole 30, okay? Because people aren't really searching as much. The next thing is, where do we put these hashtags? So put the hashtags in the comments area, the comments section of your own post, not in the body of your description of your post, like the caption area, the description area. So you want to post what you want to post. And this is different to Facebook. Facebook, you can just put it, so just be wary of the differences here. So on Facebook, you can just have the hashtag sitting underneath whatever you've written. On Instagram, you don't want to do that. You want to put it in the comments section of your post or your video or whatever you've done. So do what you're going to do, post your post, and then this is the next tip, tip 3, do it immediately. So post your post, have your hashtags ready to go, but then go back to your post immediately and put it in the comments section straight away. You want to get that reach and that searchability immediately after you've posted. Okay, so you've got your post, you've got your description, all the rest of it. You might put like 2 or 3 hashtags in the caption area, the description area. That's cool. But then the rest of them, you are going to put in it's highly recommended that you put in the comments section. So you just click the little bubble underneath, what looks like the bubble, the comments section, and actually put it in the comments section, but do it immediately, okay? The 4th tip is, what hashtags are you actually using? What are you choosing? And where people mainly go wrong with hashtags is they're way too broad, and all of the hashtags that you are choosing are in the millions and multiple millions. Like just, a hashtag that says health and wellness is just too broad. You want to niche down to what it is that you actually, do. So the more niched your hashtags are, the better it is. But it is good to have a bit of a mix. So you might have some broader ones, but you want to make sure that in that 30 that you're using, that you've got some smaller ones as well that are niched down to represent what it is that you're doing. So if that's product based, instead of just saying health and wellness, what is it that you're concentrating on? Like, is it, pain and inflammation, or lack of sleep, or sleep better, or like really niche it down with your hashtags. Okay. The 5th point is, have those hashtags do that work once. So work out in different categories. So you might have more than one category. You might have product, and you might have business, and then you might have, an animal, or, something like that. So what are your main core areas that you would post about? And then go and research those once, and go and put them in the notes section of your phone. So you're not trying to find hashtags with every single post that you do. You've got some core 30, up to 30 hashtags under the main headings. I'll show you what I've had in my phone for quite some time now. And I use this pretty much every day now. Okay. So in my notes section of my phone, I've got the heading hashtags. And then I've got, I need to add more to these. I've got an inspiration, social media, network marketing, health and wellness, family, and I've got a pugs one with a few hashtags in it as well, because that's my dog, Harley, pugs. So I put pugs life and, dog's world and, stuff like that. So have all that ready sort of to go, so you can copy and paste that information over on Instagram, or even, on Facebook. And here's the bonus tip I want to give you, is have text replacement set up. Do you guys, those of you that have been around me for a while, I have talked about this a few times, but those of you that are newer to our community, if you can set up text replacement, then you can just go to the comments section of your post and just put in a couple of letters or a couple of numbers or a combination of both, and all your hashtags will just show up. So it's going to be different how you set that up, depending on whether you're on an iPhone or an Android, like what type of phone you've got. But for those of you on an iPhone, I'll share with you the procedure, because it's really simple, but it's really, really effective. So if you go into settings on your phone, go into settings, and then you go into general, and under general, then you'll go into keyboard, and then keyboard, you'll see text replacement. So when you click on text replacement, you can see I've got all the emojis that represent my communities. So the fish is for my free group. The palm tree is for all my communities. The cruise ship is for those in my coaching community. The anchor is for those that are life members of my coaching community. And the wave is for those that are in my VIP. So I can just put E1 and somebody that's in my free group, those emojis will come up. I can go E2 to somebody that I know that is in my coaching community, and I can just like, love your comment, and then just put E2, and those emojis will pop up. So that's obviously something I've got there. But down further, I've got, you can see HS. Okay, so let's put this into practice. I'm going to go to Facebook because it works on Facebook as well. It works everywhere once you've got it in your phone. It works everywhere. Even if you're in Messenger and you want to say, hey, I've set all these hashtags out and you've got text replacement, you could go, hey, I could go HS in Messenger and share all my hashtags with somebody else. Okay. So let me go to I'll just go to my personal profile and I'll go to do a post. Okay. Just going to do a post and I'm going to put in the word, I'm just going to put in the word test. So let's say I've written something, okay? And let's say it's related to social media and I want to put all my social media hashtags with my post. My code for my hashtags for social media is HS. So to me, that means hashtags, social media. And I've got other codes like HP is my hashtags for personal development. Okay, so you have different codes. So watch this. If I go HS, so I've just typed in HS and I press return. Check it out. All my hashtags have come up. So you can do that on Instagram as well. Once you've got it in text replacement, anywhere you use those codes on your phone, it automatically populates. So I can post something on Instagram. I can then go into the comments section of my post and go HS, and all of that will post immediately. Okay. So I would recommend out of that, one, obviously use hashtags, guys. If you're not using them, use them. Definitely on Instagram, you have to use them and use up to the 30, but do a little bit of research. And here's something else that you might like to do is go and follow somebody in your niche area, somebody that's really successful, and have a look at what hashtags they're using and copy them. And then put them in the notes section of your phone, and then go into text replacement, set up a little code, go to the notes section of your phone, copy all the things that you put together, and then place them in the text replacement area, and then they're good to go. Easy enough. What do you think, guys? Can you do that? What do you think about hashtags? No comments about hashtags? Do you use them? Do you not use them? If you're not using them, you're definitely like missing a bit of an opportunity, especially on Instagram, because people search content via hashtags. So it is something that I would recommend that you adopt. So easy peasy, that's what we like to see. Oops, yes, hashtags, easy peasy. That's what we like. I'm up for that. I'm up for things that are easy, they're quick. I can create a shortcut. I can use things, in a really effective, sort of fast, efficient manner, and it gives me greater reach. And when you get greater reach, you can get engagement. So even if you're not on Instagram, building an Instagram, use hashtags, start using hashtags a bit more on Facebook. Just remember the main difference is you don't want your hashtags necessarily in the comments section of your Facebook post. You want them in like just sitting underneath your text. That's fine for Facebook, but Instagram, we want them in the comments section. Okay. Judy and Bob don't use, will experiment. Great. I use hashtags. Good. I have some set up, but I need to get more in there. Yep. So go up to the 30. Why out most of the hashtags in the comments section of the post as opposed to the body of the post? Because people don't care. It doesn't make any difference, Cheryl, with your reach, because they're still there. But people don't read hashtags. They don't care about hashtags. They don't go to read your post to see what hashtags that you are using. So aesthetically, mainly that reason, it makes no difference regarding searchability or the actual impact of the hashtags. It's just they don't need to be there. Make your posts and your descriptions and everything as clean as they possibly can be. They have just as much impact in the comments section. And you watch any, bigger players on Instagram, and you should see that. Some of them will probably still post. It's not the end of the world if that's your thing, Cheryl, but it is recommended from people that teach Instagram not to put it in the body of your content because people don't care. People aren't reading your hashtags. They don't care about your hashtags. It's just for you to get more reach out of your post. So just tuck it away nicely in the comments section. So I hope that helps. Don't really use them, but the shortcuts are cool. The shortcuts, whether you're using them for hashtags or something else, are pretty cool. Okay. Can text replacement be done on an Android phone? Yeah, that's what I said, Cheryl. It can be done on all phones. You just get to it a different way. It's not going to be exactly the same way as what I showed because I've got an iPhone. But text replacement is on all phones. Just if you don't know how to find it on your particular phone, go to Google and say, how do I do text replacement on my Galaxy Samsung? That's such a something I would do. I mix up my words all the time. So there's a new one for the dictionary. Galaxy Samsung is a new version of a phone, if you haven't heard from it. More commonly known as a Galaxy Samsung. Oh, God, the things that come out of my mouth are just hilarious. But, yeah, just literally go to Google, Cheryl, and go, how do I do text replacement for my Android? And put the version model and, whatever, and you'll find the instructions from Google or YouTube. Hero, use hashtags a lot. Good girl. Well done, Hero. Sorry, why put all good. Gotcha. Awesome. I can help you with that, Bob, if you like. Awesome. Mike can help you, Bob. Hey, Yvette, how are you? I use them sometimes. So I'll check. No worries. So what I'm encouraging you guys to do is just if it's not really something on your radar because you're not a big Instagram user, is just start using them a little bit more on Facebook. Not necessarily the whole 30, but just, think of a few or just put some in your notes section of your phone and just get used to using it because it is definitely something that can boost your Facebook posts as well as obviously the huge advantage it gives people on Instagram. You don't want to post without hashtags on Instagram at all, ever. Okay. Unless you're a big guru and everybody loves you and you don't need hashtags because you got a huge following anyway. If that's you, well done to you. That's awesome. But most people will just need a little bit of a booster and hashtags can do that for you. Okay. Michael, look for keyboard in the settings for Android. Yeah, it'll be there somewhere. So just remember on an iPhone, it's settings, general, keyboard, text replacement. So it'll be something similar to that on Android, I would believe. Okay, so go and play, guys. Just go and play around with it, but definitely hone in your strategy on Instagram for those of you that are using it because it can make a big difference between who's seeing your content. Okay, so just remember the price of the video challenge goes up tomorrow. So if you want the $7 early bird option rather than the $14 option, you've got to get in today. So tell your friends, get them in. We're going to have fun. It's 21 days. It gives you exposure. It gives you social proof. It will get more eyeballs on you. I can help you with the content, the technical skills, the comments and the interaction that you're going to get. And we're going to do it for 21 days. So if you need to boost your business, you really should be jumping on something like this because of the exposure and because of the confidence it's going to give you and because of the extra eyeballs it's going to give you. So it's a really, really good thing to do for next to nothing as far as price goes and the habit that you're going to get at the end of it. Okay. So if that's something that you need, click the link above before the price goes up. Okay. Now, guys, I'm not going live tomorrow because my son is playing football at the time that I go live, and we've got friends arriving tonight that are staying the whole weekend with us, which is going to be pretty cool. So I won't be live tomorrow. But I will be obviously back with you guys next week with more great content. But the video challenge starts next Monday. 21st of June it starts. So for any of you catching this live or on the replay, don't delay. Excuse me, because there's some prep work that needs to be done before Monday. Okay, so get in now. All right, guys, have an awesome weekend, and I'll catch you next week. Bye.